what do we do? Where do we go? I just want to make my baby better.
Imagine if this were you and your child. What would you do? How would you feel? Where could you turn for help? Who's going to provide while you care for your sick child? Most importantly, if this were you, how will you survive financially while you care for your sick child? There are people, total strangers, from our community that are here and eager to help. Once again, members of our community will come together to help a local child who is fighting cancer and the family whose financial resources are being drained.
The Lake Wylie Children's Charity is an organization formed within our community, and we're dedicated to helping parents who have children suffering through an illness. They struggle financially and they need aid, so that's what we do. We started the organization because we touched one of our friends, and we wanted to help her. She was struggling, she needed financial aid, and we just thought there was something we could do to help. So that's what we did. We had a concert and it went from there.
Well, it was that communal spirit that really got it started a little over a decade ago. The word got around that there was a family out here in our community that the child had been diagnosed with cancer. And as devastating as that was, there was an even bigger problem. The family was going under financially, because while they were taking care of the child, going through all of those treatments and the bills, the medical bills, all of the household bills continued to come in. Housing, food, clothing, the cars, electricity, taxes, and everything. And they were going under financially. And that financial strain was going to tear up the family just as much as that dreaded disease was. And so there was a local entertainer and a small group of people out here that said, you know what, we're not going to let this happen. We're going to do something. And so what are we going to do? Well, let's pick a Sunday in September, and we'll call a couple of friends and bands, and we'll put on a concert, and we'll raise some money for the family. And we did, and it was a great, great event. And that was the beginning. But after that first year, we all patted ourselves on the back and said, well, now what? So we said, let's keep going. And we discovered that that need never ends. There's another family every year. And so we turned to the Levin Children's Hospital as part of the Carolinas Medical Center. And they have a social services department. And so we went to them and said, can you point us to families in need out in the Lake Wylie community in those 3 county areas on the lake? And unfortunately, they can do it every year. In fact, not 1, but 2 or 3 or 4. And we have to choose who we're going to help.
The Lake Wylie Children's Charity raises money through the community, so we give the community fun things to do. We have a golf tournament. They come out, they play golf, they spend the day. We have a Captain Clueless Race for the Cup, which is really just a scavenger hunt on the lake by boat, so they love to get involved in that. But the biggest way we raise funds is an outdoor concert. We do it every fall. We have bands that donate their time. So people come, they bring a chair, they listen to music, they buy items from our silent auction, and we raise money. It's just a really fun day.
Meet Emma Poplin-Revels. Under the advisement of Levin Children's Hospital, this amazing 3-year-old and her wonderful family have been selected to be the recipient of this year's proceeds. All activities are sponsored and 100% supported by the volunteers of the Lake Wylie community. Emma was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia on December 27, 2011. It was a gut-wrenching blow to this young family. Derek and Elizabeth Revels, along with Emma's sister Ashlyn, are quite the team and support each other through thick and thin. They are our neighbors and live in Fort Mill, South Carolina.
You hear the word cancer, and I've never known a survivor. That initial word just terrified me. It was scary. It took away whatever control you think you have as a parent. It took that away indefinitely.
Yeah, it changed the dynamic of our family because we weren't all together anymore. You always want to keep your family as a whole, as a unit, your top priority, but when one person is sick and relies on you for everything, it kind of just throws it all for a loop.
Lake Wylie Children's Charity, in partnership with New River Community Church, has a dedicated group of volunteers from the community who want to relieve some of this family's financial struggles, just like they have in years past.
The support meant so much to our family, being able to concentrate on Dylan's well-being and his health, and him getting better and not have to worry about how we were going to pay the next bill.
Gives you a little peace of mind when you got all these extra expenses you're not used to, and you can have something like this happen, and you got some money to pay for all that extra gas you're spending. Like certain months we'd spend over $400 in gas just driving to the hospital and back. So I don't know who has extra $400 a month, but it was helpful.
If you know Luke, you have to love Luke. He is the strongest person I know. He has got the best personality. He gives everything his all, and everything. And he wakes up in a good mood. He doesn't like going to bed. He's just cool, and he loves everybody. I don't think Luke has ever met a stranger. Looking back on it, you never think it would be you, is the biggest thing. You see it on TV. You see other kids dealing with it, but you never think it would be you. It's never your baby. And Luke is my baby. And when we found out, it just took something from us to know that something you love so much, you could lose. And that for me was the hardest thing. But Luke is doing really good. The doctors are amazing.
The big event in the fall is a free concert that raises thousands.
This is where the event will be. We have 6 bands. We have a kids zone where all the kids can come and play. We have a silent auction where we would raise the majority of our money. We have mascots come and hang out with the kids. We have people boat up. They have come by car, motorcycle. You bring a cooler and a chair and you hang out for the day, and all the money goes directly to the charity.
Your support really can make a difference.
The most amazing experience I have had was one year. I was able to hand a father his property tax bill that was 4 years in arrears, and it was stamped, paid in full. They were not going to lose their house.
I think the most amazing thing that I've being a part of this has taught me is the courage of these children is incredible. They've been dealt a bad hand, and they still don't even realize it. They bounce back, they're resilient, and they're so courageous, it's incredible.
And now you can help too. From donations to volunteers to attending these events. To learn more, contact the Lake Wylie Children's Charity at info@lkwchildrenscharity.org or visit our website at www.lkwchildrenscharity.org or find us on Facebook. Take a moment and put yourself in her family's place. Your gift, your time, for one little girl and her family, it can change their future and yours.